Hey, so it's Nick here from Best Body Health Coach. I'm on day 2 of giving up coffee, and holy crap, man! I didn't think it was going to be this difficult. I've gotten lots of my clients down to 1 cup a day. Some of them have decided to give up completely, and I always respect my clients for starting a new life, looking after their health, putting attention on all that kind of stuff. But I never really got the reality of what it's like getting off coffee completely. And I've been drinking coffee probably since I was about 14 years old. So I would have a cup of coffee every day when I came home from school. As an adult, I drank coffee, and then I went through a long period of time where I never drank coffee. And then I started drinking coffee again about 2 or 3 years ago. I started off with a small cup of coffee, and then lately I've been on 1 or 2 cups of big, strong cups of coffee per day. And just giving that up. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm a heavy coffee drinker. But just giving that up has had a massive effect. I can't believe the symptoms that I'm feeling. I've got this, the major symptom is this pounding headache, man. This is I've had this headache since I woke up this morning, and I also was thick-headed this morning as well. I had this very fuzzy brain fog type of head, fatigue, really feeling a lot of fatigue. The one thing I'm not feeling is anxious. So anxious is probably not the right word. I'd rather say I'd get an excited feeling, it'd make me creative and talkative and able to produce better, and that's why I would drink it. But I haven't got that feeling. I'm not hyped up from it, so I'm also not gone the other way and gone all nervous and freaky kind of withdrawal type thing, now that I've stopped. I don't feel anxious. I feel quite calm, actually. That's probably the nice thing about it. But I've also been taking a lot of B1. So B1 is very good for you. This is thiamine. We also do this is our brand, by the way. So I'm getting a bit of a punt there. So we do this, and we do another one called benfotiamine, which is a fat-soluble B1, which is a much better B1 than thiamine. Thiamine's, no, actually not really any good. Then ashwagandha. This is the best stuff for helping the adrenals. You take this stuff, it really calms you down, helps you sleep. And then B12. So vitamin B12, make sure you get the right one. The right one is called methylcobalamin, something like that. And that's the one that you want. If you don't get that one, you're going to get the crappy one, and that's not going to work so well. So, I just wanted to go over what coffee can do to you, and it causes you to get high blood pressure. So that's one of the things it does to you: anxiety, high pulse rate, arrhythmias. So when your heart's going all these, random beats that are added into your regular heartbeat. Obviously, loss of fluid. And you can also have digestive problems, which I think I was getting a bit of. I think I was getting a bit of digestive problems, which was, I started to notice different things. Just from drinking coffee, I started to notice liver spots. And I'm an extremely healthy guy. I really look after myself. My only vice is was coffee. So that's gone now too. But I like to look after my health, and I looked at it from a point of view of, what is the only thing that's messing with me? And it looked like it was the coffee. So, I knocked it out. The other thing with coffee is it gets a lot of mold in it. There's 2 major types of mold that you find in coffee, and mostly in instant coffee, but also in the ground coffee, and especially in decaf. You find it in decaf because the caffeine actually kills the mold to a degree. When it's decaf, it's processed to a degree. You get the one that's freeze-dried. Not the one that's ammonia decaffeinated. But you get this mold in it, and that can cause all sorts of problems. So when you stop drinking coffee, one of the benefits is you'll feel calmer, you'll sleep better, you'll lower your blood pressure, that's for sure. You have no more arrhythmias, healthier liver function, which is what I think was going on with me. I think I had this liver thing going on. I mean, I don't think my liver's like down the road already. I think it's just on its way. But I believe that the liver is the center of the universe when it comes to health. So I want to make sure my liver's right. So that's why I'm doing this. And then, and healthier adrenal function. So adrenals is also a massive thing. Adrenals play such a major role in health. It's very hard for someone, for instance, who's doing bodybuilding or sport or anything, who has an adrenal problem. You just don't have any power in your muscles. And the reason for that is that the cortisol, which is produced by your adrenals when you're under stress, robs your body of protein. So, there's different ways of switching, like getting off the coffee. You can go to like a tea, firstly, which has less caffeine in, and wind it down from there, and then eventually go into a herbal tea, take a lot of B1, B12, ashwagandha, and so on. So yeah, that's my little thing about coffee. I strongly recommend that if you are a big coffee drinker, you try and tone it down, because it's very socially acceptable, just like alcohol is. And in fact, it's quite interesting what I was starting to notice in myself was I couldn't walk past a coffee shop without thinking, I wouldn't mind sitting down for a cup of coffee. And think, how many have I had today? One more. Yeah, I'll just have one more. I'm at a coffee shop. It's like not often that I get out and do that, which it is actually. But I have all these justifications why another cup of coffee would be good. And the thing is, so if you can't walk past these coffee shops, then you're kind of like an alcoholic who can't walk past a bar. And I started to notice this about myself. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I decided to do this. It was like I just saw myself going backwards. I wasn't being cause over my health like I like to be, and coffee was the only thing that was creeping in there. I don't put in anything else. I don't eat sugar, I don't eat processed carbohydrates. I eat a lot of vegetables, I eat healthy fats, I eat healthy proteins, I eat organic. I don't snack, I have 1 or 2 meals a day, I exercise. I do all of these things to make sure that I'm healthy. So why would I be doing all of that and then taking 3 or 4 steps backwards with drinking coffee, which is actually a drug, and it's an addictive drug. So I'm not saying to everybody give up coffee. I'm just saying consider it, and or consider cutting down on your coffee. It'll do you a world of good. All right, cool. I hope you got something out of this video. Let's see how I go. I'm no longer a coffee drinker, so there we go.